Welcome back to the Union Berlin Career Mode on FC24. Today will be different, we hope. Last time out last week, we did not have a fun time, and we changed a number of things since then, with plans to change things yet further in the upcoming January transfer window. Thank you for all of your feedback on the saves so far and all of your suggestions to try and get the best out of this team and also perhaps decide what to do in the transfer window. We are in a position where the season is actually, despite our frustrations, not going that badly. We are top of our European group. We're out of the cup, unfortunately, but the league situation is still very much recoverable. We're not that far out of touch with those Champions League spots. Just 5 points at the moment, and we're only 10 games into the 34-game season. So, very much, I mean, we're only 8 points off top, ultimately, and if we've been having a torrid time and we can turn it on, then there's no reason why we can't challenge for the title. I have changed my formation too, as you see it on screen. It's a 4-3-3 defend with Toussaint and Al-Mozrati as CDMs, but the central centre mid pushed forward to Cam. Robertone is the man that's moved out wide at present, mainly because he's just faster than Mason Mount. Mount can play right wing, Robertone can play right wing, but because Robertone's smaller and faster, I've moved him to the wing. We'll perhaps fluctuate between the two of them and see which one's the best option. And then Volland has moved out to the left-hand side. It will be Kevin Volland that makes way in January. We obviously had a fantastic season with him last year, but unfortunately now at 32 years of age and only decline in his future, we are going to move Kev on whilst he's still valued at a decent amount. So I'm going to add him to the transfer list. Solbakken has now confirmed his move to Girona, so that's going to be some more money coming in the January transfer window. So we will be looking for a winger on the left and a centre mid for depth in the middle as well. Although maybe I look for two wingers and Robertone drops into the midfield, and then we have Mount and Robertone move Toussaint to the bench again. I'm not entirely too sure what the plan is in that sense, but certainly we want a brand new left winger, and that's what we'll look to do in the January transfer window. So the centre-back line is Leite and Diamande for the foreseeable. Lukanets on the left-back role, Juranovic at right-back, but we will look to improve there when finances allow. And we have Anthony Martial still as our backup striker. Sutic can play at centre-mid, so I could move him in there and then just change that from CDM to centre-mid, and then we could absolutely utilise him there. Mason Mount could play at centre-mid as well, and maybe Sutic pushes forward to Cam. I understand that you guys are disappointed about the Mason Mount A transfer, B his form. I will give him until the end of the season. If Mason Mount doesn't turn it on and start to impress, then I'm absolutely open to moving him on as a dead deal, and we'll make a different decision with that role moving forward. Certainly, I hear the feedback, and I want you guys to be entertained and not just get frustrated at someone playing that you don't like. So we have to take on board your suggestions as fans of the club and the save as well, and certainly I'll do that. So we'll start with Besiktas here today. We've then got FC Koln, then Leverkusen, Bilbao, and Hannover away. We'll probably sim Besiktas here, play Koln, Leverkusen, and Bilbao, and then sim Hannover away. And then tomorrow will be Mainz, St. Pat's, Augsburg, and Hamburg, before the January transfer window is just around the corner. So, let's start with the Besiktas here game. Our form is bad at the moment in all competitions outside of the Europa League. We're currently top of our Europa League group, and if we can beat them by the same margin we beat them before, then we'll be absolutely thrilled and well on our way towards the Europa League knockout rounds. It's a good opportunity, this, to get ourselves into the Champions League next year if we can't finish top 4 in the league. That's their starting lineup. Well, you take that in. I'm going to say thank you to Dylan for his support in the comment section. We're going to say thank you to Vapor Terra as well, and to Nervik Sahu for your continued support in the comment section of the videos. Thank you very much indeed. Do feel free to come across and join me on stream, either on YouTube, on the Chesnoid Live channel, or on Twitch, on the ChesnoidGaming channel. Right, let's go and take on Besiktas here, get 3 points, and then hopefully get our season back on track. Juranovic down the right-hand side. We're into the second half now, and, well, there's not been much to show you to this point. Hopefully a goal will come. Like that. Kevin Volland, the man that we've decided we're probably going to sell, pops up at the back post with a header to give us a 1-0 lead. Play him at striker this year, not so much in terms of the goal return. Play him at left wing, and apparently He's actually not bad. He's got great jumping, to be fair. So he's in a good position for things like that. And he's heading in, finishing are decent. I'd be torn. I am torn with whether to or not to sell him. But 20 million quid, 20 million euro is a lot of money for a player that's 32 and is only going to get worse. And it might be just one of those where you bite the bullet and say, I'm sorry, Kev, but we need to think about the future of the team here. And it's time to move you on. If we can adequately find someone that can replace him in the team, then we'll be in a good position. We're going to get a free kick here. Yellow card for the Besiktas here, man. We Mason Mount, I think, to take the free kick. Can we find the back of the net with it, Mason? 1-0 up currently to make it potentially 2. There's a lot of power on that. Oof. Just into the wall. Juranovic tried to head that across to someone and headed it to himself, but it worked. That's nicely played. Boulaye Dia shrugs off the challenge, and Boulaye will finish this, because he always does in those scenarios. That's 2-0. We had to wait a long time for the goals to come. Now they're starting to flow. Final whistle goes. Big roar from the crowd. So far, so good with the 4-3-3. That should be us confirmed, I believe, as in the next round, through to the round of 16 of the Europa League. We might then actually be in a position where we can sim the game against Bilbao that I was planning on playing later and concentrate on playing the league games and trying to turn the form around there. Although recently, the sim games have been going very well and the play games have been the ones where I've been underperforming. But Al Mazrati's completed his position change now from CDM to centre-back. But now I'm actually playing him at CDM, not centre-back anymore. So I'll leave him where he is for now. Right, FC Koln. Let's try and get another win. If we can rocket up the table. If we win, we will go 5th. Although at the moment, in the Bundesliga, it is an if we win. Group stage. 6 points clear of Besiktas here with 6 points available. And having beaten Besiktas here twice, that'll be us definitively through then to the knockout stages of the Europa League. If we top the group, we'll be straight in the round of 16. If we finish second, we'll have to play a playoff round game against a team that got knocked out of the Champions League. So a win against St. Pat's should certainly come. Avoiding defeat against Bilbao would be the most important thing. But ultimately, I'm not too bothered about ensuring we finish top. I'd rather concentrate on the league football and play the league games. So, Koln with a 4-2-3-1. They're in 10th, and they've only got a point less than us, but their form is actually quite poor. 3 defeats in their last 5. We have similarly poor form, but we're on the up. Let's keep that upping, shall we? Up, and away, please. We'll have that. It's loose. Diego Leite steps in. Tusata, Kevin Volland. Need that run. Lucanet's arriving. Here he is. Around the outside, the defender. Deliver the ball. Oh my God. Ali Al Mazrati, sorry. Quick ball around the corner there. Mason Mount. Pinball in the box. No goal, but it's been very dominant with the ball in their half for the first 10 minutes. They are yet to really have more than 3 or 4 passes to string together before we've won the ball back. I hasten to say that we've found the answer with this 4-3-3 because there's still a long way to go and it's only been a game and a bit. Selke with the shot, Diogo Leite with the block, but chances are flowing at both ends now. Sule on the far side will deliver the ball. Robertone still on near post duty. Oh, the way everybody looked at that makes you a little bit nervous, but it's gone wide. Oh, well intercepted, Mace. Lightning quick reactions to get on that. Looking for Boulaye Dia and around the corner. Boulaye buried. Right in front of those travelling fans in the corner. It's Union Berlin 1, FC Köln 0. Don't get carried away. Still early doors with this new formation. So far, so good. Boulaye Dia has runners. Looking to return the favour to Mason Mount, whose first touch is decent. Not quite got the strength to hold off Soldo. Puts Ferber under pressure. Done well enough. Juranovic should win this header. Robertone will recover it. We go for a 1-2 maybe. Look at Juranovic on the run. Volland's forward again. Kev looking for Lucanets. In that gap. Spin the man. Boulaye Dia. Oh, what a tackle. Bloody hell, Ferber. That was very good. I don't quite know how he's been able to get to that because that was struck with quite some ferocity from Boulaye Dia. We've had a couple of chances now to make it 2-0. We just haven't quite yet been able to take one of them. Barrios. Oh, I thought it was going to go the other way. He did go the other way. I read his intentions. I just read them at the wrong time. Al-Masrati, so good. Deals with me. Volland is through that gap. And he's on his left here. No, it's Mason Mount! Goal for Mount! We've not said that nearly enough since he came in. But maybe this formation will unlock the potential of Mason Mount. Do, I ask, approach the Mount situation with an open mind moving forward for the rest of the season? Absolutely. If you still hate him, I'll move him on. But if he starts performing, then let's acknowledge that and not just sell him on for the sake of selling him on. If he starts performing and getting us goals and assists and helping us get results, then he's worth keeping. Oh, it's perfectly weighted into Mena. Robertone's got some pace. Diamande's got some strength. But not enough of either with either player to stop Mena from getting forward. Unbelievable strength from him there. Just shrug off a man the size of Diamande's. Very impressive. A corner for FC Koln then. As they went 2-0 down, they might immediately be bringing it back to within a goal. Sule with the delivery. Robertone on near post duty gets rid. Diamande. They've got a Diamande now as well. It's Diamande at the double. Mine's bald. Theirs has got blonde hair and also has scored a bloody goal. How's that gone in then? Off the bench, onto the score sheet for Diamande for FC Koln. Nice bit of footwork, but Dia needs the run. Dia has the run. Robertone needs the target in the middle. And has one. Oh, big header, Kev. Big save, Schwerber. Brilliant leap. If we do replace, or when we do replace Kevin Volland on that left-hand side, oh, if I could have just won that header, then it might be nice to replace him with someone that is just as aerially impressive. Having to turn away from the attention that's near him. Not fouled, says the referee. Oh, given straight to Kevin Volland, and Boulaidi is in. And here's Robertone. Can't get that third. Try as we might, we can't get that third. But with 1 minute added on and that 1 minute done, the victory's in the bag. Good. Back-to-back wins to begin with today, and that will shoot us up the table. We'll be very much in touch with the top four now after a good win against FC Koln. So far, so good with a 4-3-3. Leipzig have bid 20 million euro for Kevin Volland. I would very much rather not sell him to a direct rival. But if I can get a premium fee for him, then I'm happy for him to go to Leipzig. Play 32, 22.7. Yeah, that's not going to work, lads. I won't sell him to you for anything less than 29. No, it's not going to work, is it? Tension's very high here in the room. 28.8. It's as close to 29 as I could be bothered to get. And nope, it's not going to happen. No Leipzig move for Kevin Volland, but we're not too fussed about that. I'd rather he went abroad. With the next game against FC... Oh, hello. Paris Saint-Germain. Now, they've got some pennies. Why they're interested in Kevin Volland, I'm not sure. But certainly I'll look to negotiate a bit more with PSG. I'm not going to be able to get 30-odd million. But if I can get them to come up to about 24, 25... 26 will do. Kevin Volland looks like he's on his way out to Paris Saint-Germain. It's a good fee and will give us a decent chunk of funds in January with the sale of Alex Krell to Barcelona as well. We've sold someone to Barcelona. We've now sold someone to PSG as well. And that will put us in a great position to sign, hopefully, a very good player for that left-hand side. And fingers crossed, bulk out the squad a little bit more as well. As strong as you would expect them to be, Leverkusen. Some weaknesses in there. I'm not sure how good Conan will be in goal. Grimaldo on the bench is definitely a player that will be someone to keep an eye on if they utilise him. Boniface on the bench has been in great form in real life for Leverkusen, although they've signed Sebastian Aller here. Schick, Aller and Gerard Moreno is quite the front three, actually. Malero on the left, Frimpong on the right, Wirtz and Xhaka in the middle. Nice blend of attack and defence-minded play in that central partnership. And that backline of Rani Khedira, Presnel Kimpembe and Dio Upamecano is actually pretty damn strong, isn't it? They're in 9th place in the league, though, but they've won 3 of their last 5. So we know how good that team is. You can see how good that team is, but hopefully they've seen how good we've been recently, and they'll fear us just as much as we fear them. Schick forward. Alex Malero. Back to Schick again. Malero played in. I'm not going to close him down with Juranovic quickly enough. Malero runs straight into Diamande. And we're off. Looking for Boulay Dia. There's going to be some space to get into here because of their shape. I hoped to kind of burst around the outside of Rani Khedira there. That failed miserably. It's been quite a nervy game. Nothing really to bring to you after half an hour. Hopefully the first thing I bring to you isn't a Leverkusen goal. It might be a Leverkusen chance, however, because here they come. Jeremy Frimpong. It's over the bar. That's as good as it's gotten in the first 35 minutes. So, I mean, I'll take a point against Leverkusen, given the quality of their team, but given the nature of the table, 3 points, especially in our home games, would be more desirable. Volland around the corner. Lukanets tuck it back inside. Back, nice turn. I was waiting for Frimpong just to commit centrally, which he did, and then we were able to get around him. Boulay Dia, lay that in front of Al Mazrati, and he's not got anyone in a decent position really to try and find. Mason Mount rise to the challenge well. Boulay Dia runs straight into Upamecano. Such is the nature of their backline. They're just massive, and unfortunately, really good. Sebastian Haller, he's really massive. Oh, but he's not. What? Don't tell me you've given a pen. I just tried to block the shot. Please tell me it was outside the box. He's going to give a pen, isn't he? That's a pen for you, is it? That's a pen. All right, ref. If you say so. Moreno steps up. Buries it. I'm not sure about that one, ref. That feels a little bit BS to me. Xhaka to Sebastian Haller. He's got the option out wide, and Alex Malero. Time's running out for us now. 20 minutes or so left in the game. We're yet really to test the goalkeeper at all. I don't think I've had a single shot on goal yet. They've been so solid defensively, Leverkusen, that I just can't find a way through. Nets to Mount, out of his feet. Volland will make that run through that channel, but Kimpembe's going to get there. It turns out just having 3 absolute lumps in defence works as a tactic. Let's throw Martial out wide. Let's bring Sucic on for Mason Mount. I'm tempted to bring Weiser on the right-hand side up top as well. Let's do that too. But to confirm, I've had 1 shot. Not that I can remember it. And we're still 1-0 down with now less than 20 minutes to go. Leverkusen just, quite simply, the better team. And I've not got any sort of answer to counter that, really. Ale, Gerard Moreno. Oh, the quality of finish is exceptional. Gerard Moreno on his left foot into the top corner off the inside the post. We will be losing this one. Tucking it back. Martial. Boulay Dia through the gap. Boulay Dia in behind. Boulay Dia. Quality of finish is exceptional. Very, very top corner. Now, we're still, at this stage then, losing by that dodgy penalty decision. So if we can find a second, that'd be lovely. Martial into the space. Boulay Dia just not moving. Nothing like getting behind as a tactic and an instruction, eh, lad? That's what I mean about Boulay Dia and his laziness sometimes. It's the last minute, we are on the counter-attack, and he stands still. There's only so much you can do with instructions. I've got him set to get in behind. So, what's he doing? In the end, we lose the game thanks to that monstrosity of a penalty decision. It is what it is. Frankfurt beat Dortmund, so that will keep Frankfurt's title challenge alive, but slow up Dortmund's attempts to try and solidify in the top 4, which is good news for us, especially considering we took the defeat on the chin there. Up next is Bilbao in the Cup, I think, in the Europa League, so we'll be able to sim that one and not have too many issues, we pray. But, oh, I'm annoyed to lose that Leverkusen game in that manner. We're in 6th. We're 5 points behind Dortmund. If we could have just managed to get some sort of positive result there, then we'd have been a step closer. We still haven't drawn a game this year. Won 6, lost 6, scored 13, conceded 13. Average. Bilbao want top of the group. They're starting a very strong side. Only a couple of changes from the first game against Vesca in for Ander Herrera, and I don't recall Simon starting a right back, but he may well have done. Strong team for them. We've both been obviously the best two sides in the group. It's just a decision now to find out who is ultimately the best team in the group. I'm going to rotate though, because I want my first team players fit and available for the game against Hannover in the next game. Sucic out to Robertone. Into Sucic again. It's going to open up a little bit for a shot here, perhaps, for Luka Sucic. Or Holobas, perhaps, taking his time. It's a smart turn. Oh, Holobas! It's only 72 rated. I think potentially the lowest rated player on the pitch. But he's done the business. That's a hell of a goal. I thought he'd done too much. In the end, he's done just enough. Guruzeta. Iñaki Williams just got to stand him up. Well done. Given away poorly. It's a brilliant goal. They've made the most of the mistake at the back, and Bilbao are level into the hour mark of the game. It's just really poor giving it away like that, but the way they've worked it once it's given away was exceptional. Igamuni in with a lovely little layoff. 1-1, and Herrera coming on now for them in the midfield. 60 seconds to go. They're taking their time in the build-up. I'm going to say no sting in anybody's tail. 1-1 draw. We stay top of the group by 2 points. We drew against Bilbao last time. We draw against Bilbao again. We'll take it. Now then, if we can go and win our next game against Hannover 96, ultimately I'll say it's been a good day. Hannover with a 5-2-2-1. Duke up top, who's a player that popped up in the comments section quite recently, and Ciso, the former Brighton man, in their forward line as well. Slanina in goal, former Chelsea goalkeeper, who we used briefly in the save we did earlier in the year. Outside of that, yeah, we should be winning this one, shouldn't we? If we fancy ourselves at all, we should be winning this one. Christensen spins, finds Kuhn down the left-hand side. One of the players that you guys recommended to potentially look at when we were looking for a new left-back. We elected against it. Went with Luka Netz instead, and I think that's been a good decision. Luka has been solid and will continue to grow throughout the rest of the save, really. We're pretty much sorted for a left-back for the rest of our time at Union Berlin now. Kind of annoyed that Lucas Robertone's tucked inside so early on. But he will now be found out wide. Bouladia is with me, and Mount just needs to make the right run. And we might be able to find him. No, Bouladia didn't really turn the way I needed him to then. Well intercepted. Diogo Leite committed to try and get to the loose ball. Wasn't really anywhere near it. Miroya. Nice spin, to be fair. Luka Netz caught out. Miroya got options. One back here is Herfler. Herfler cuts that back. Here's Schaub. Good block by Diogo Leite. It will not reach Bouladia. Christensen dances past two. Finds Duke, who buries it. Hannover lead by a goal to nil in the 18th minute. Getting a bit fortunate with the way the ball pinballed back to them, but they take the advantage. Step in, well in, Kev. Bouladia has runners, one of which is Robertone. Tuck that back to the edge of the box where Kevin Volland is arriving. Oh, and Slanina holds on well at the second attempt. A well-worked move. Hoi! For a minute he had me. A well-worked move that sees us have the chance but not score the goal. Robertone with a turn. Juranovic again turns well, but where do I go? Look at all the red and black shirts back here. Like, I've just got no options. Here's Al-Mazrati. Was meant for Toussaint. Volland. And on the overlap was Luka Netz. Diamande. Sorry, not Diamande. Bouladia is in the box. That's going to fall for Robertone. And Mount's trying his best here, Mason Mount, but has committed a foul. Fucking hell! I'm strugs, lads. I'm really, really strugs. Herfler. Well in, Mace. Doesn't fall for me, though. Trying to win this back. Diogo Leite's done so, but then just doesn't have the ball under his control. So it goes straight back to a Hannover man. Robertone intercepts that. Counter-attack, please. Lucas. See, look at Dia. He's on getting behind and he just stands there. God, it's infuriating. Mason Mount in the break. Mason Mount. Dia. Oh, Boulay! You lazy bumhole! Al-Mazrati, Bouladia. Get stuck in. Under control. Mason Mount. Mason Mount! Slanina with a save. Big stop. Yellow card for Hannover. We could have won it with the last kick of the game. We not won it. Equalised with the last kick of the game. We still could equalise here. Diamande off the line. That's as close as we'll come. That's as close as we'll come. Oh, mate. I could not break them down. They sat with 9 outfield men behind the ball for 85 of those 90 minutes. Absolutely impossible to play against. Couldn't do a thing. Had so much of the ball and just no way through. How do you break apart a side that does that? Because I have no idea what to do in that situation. Amount of times I get to a decent position and just have no option around me because there's defender, 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 defender. And all my players are the other side of all of the defenders. It's like, well, where do I go? I just end up running around in circles on the edge of the box waiting for a pass. Opportunity to arrive. One presents itself. I then try and play that pass and the player will misplace it. It is what it is. We're down to 10th again. We're up, we're down. We're only 2 points off 5th. It's not all lost yet. The Champions League spots are getting further away from us at the moment. 8 points to the Champions League spots now. And 9 points to the top of the table. The title challenge is very much beyond us now. But still, there is the opportunity to qualify for next year's Champions League. That's what we'd love to do. Mainz, Augsburg, Hamburg in the next episode. All winnable games. So bloody well win them, Ches, please. All right, I will. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.